Coco Gauff captains her comeback. Epic victory over Jasmine Paolini to reach finals again. The air in Wuhan crackled with electricity. Beneath the glowing dome of the Optics Valley International Tennis Center, thousands of fans erupted as Coco Gauff's final forehand ripped across the baseline. A blazing winner that sealed her passage to yet another final. The scoreboard lit up 6-4, 6-3. The teenage sensation had done it again. Coco Gauff dropped her racket, clenched her fists, and looked up toward the heavens as if to say, "I'm not done yet." From her first step onto the court, it had been a storm of determination, resilience, and fire. This was more than just a match against Italy's Jasmine Paolini. It was a statement. After a season of ups and downs, Gauff had found her rhythm again, and she was dancing on the edge of greatness. The journey before the fire. Every champion carries their share of scars. For Coco Gauff, the past few months have been a battlefield of expectations. After her U.S. Open triumph, the world crowned her as the next Serena, a torchbearer for the next era of American tennis. But greatness isn't a straight road. It's a mountain climb filled with storms. She faced losses that stung, long nights questioning her game, and the pressure of fame at just 21. Yet through it all, one truth guided her. Champions aren't born from comfort. They're carved in chaos. Coming into Wuhan, Gauff wasn't just chasing a title. She was chasing redemption. Her forehand, once criticized, was now a weapon. Her footwork, sharper than ever. And her mind, clear, hungry, fearless. Jasmine Paolini, the challenger's fire. Jasmine Paolini, too, was no stranger to fighting uphill battles. The Italian powerhouse, compact in size but immense in spirit, had carved her way through the draw with relentless precision. She had toppled names bigger, taller, stronger, but none with the aura of Gauff. When they stepped on court for the semifinal, the tension was thick. The crowd was torn, some cheering for the rising American icon, others for the fiery Italian who had defied every odd. Both women had a point to prove. The match begins. Sparks of motion. The first serve cracked through the Wuhan air like thunder. Gauff opened the match aggressively, firing serves wide, attacking Paolini's backhand and stepping in early. The first few games were a blur of exchanges, rallies stretching 15, 20 shots, a showcase of speed, grit, and precision. Paolini counterpunched brilliantly. Her angles forced Gauff to stretch, her drops teased, her passing shots dazzled. For a brief moment, it felt like the Italian might flip the script. But then came that look, the one every Gauff fan knows. The eyes narrowed, the shoulders squared, the rhythm found. She broke Paolini in the fifth game with a backhand winner, so sharp it sliced through the silence like a sword. The crowd roared. 6-4, first set Gauff. Between the storms. During the changeover, Gauff sat still, her towel draped over her shoulders, her eyes steady. There was no celebration yet, no smile. She knew how quickly momentum could shift. Her coach, Brad Gilbert, nodded from the stands, whispering something only she could understand. Perhaps it was tactical, or perhaps it was the same message he'd been repeating all season. Keep your head, keep your heart. Paolini looked across the net, biting her lip. She wasn't ready to surrender. Not yet. The second set, the battle deepens. If the first set was a test of skill, the second became a test of will. Paolini came out roaring, breaking Gauff in the opening game with a stunning sequence of returns. Her fiery Italian spirit lit up the court, and suddenly the crowd was back on edge. Gauff didn't panic. She adjusted. Her forehand, once the Achilles heel of her game, became her sword. She stepped inside the baseline, dictating tempo, using her athleticism to cover every inch of the court. The rallies were brutal. Both women gasped for breath after each point, their shoes screeching against the hard court. Sweat glistened, rackets trembled, hearts pounded. Then came the turning point. At 3-3, Paolini had a chance to hold serve. She led 40-15, 2 easy points away from regaining control. But Gauff refused to yield. She clawed back with a stunning return, then followed with a backhand pass that drew gasps. The next rally, 23 strokes long, ended with a Gauff lob that kissed the baseline. Break point. And on the next ball, Paolini double faulted. The American crowd in Wuhan, and there were many, erupted. Gauff raised a fist. 4-3, Gauff. 2 games later, it was over. A cross-court forehand. A scream. A smile. 6-4, 6-3. Match done. The aftermath. Tears and triumph. As Gauff shook hands with Paolini, both women smiled, the mutual respect glowing brighter than the stadium lights. Paolini patted Gauff's shoulder. The two had fought hard, shared the same dream, and left everything on court. But tonight belonged to Coco. She jogged to the net, waved to the roaring fans, then looked skyward, eyes glistening. Her comeback wasn't just about form or technique. It was about heart. It was about believing in herself when the world doubted her. Flashbacks of a rising star. A year ago, Gauff had stumbled in Asia, struggling to find a rhythm after her U.S. Open triumph. Critics whispered that maybe the magic had faded, that maybe the burden of fame had caught up to her. But those who knew her best, her parents, her coaches, her close circle, never lost faith. They saw the spark that had lit up Wimbledon at 15, the same fire that made her chase every ball like her life depended on it. Now, in Wuhan, that spark had become ablaze. The final awaits, an all-American dream. Waiting on the other side of the net in the final is none other than Jessica Pegula, her mentor, her doubles partner, her friend. It's an all-American showdown, a passing of the torch and a test of sisterhood. Gauff, the youthful warrior of the new generation, versus Pegula, the steady veteran who has helped guide her through the highs and lows. When asked about facing Pegula, Gauff smiled. It's kind of weird, you know? We're teammates, we're close, but tomorrow we're competitors. Jess has been like a big sister to me, but once we step on court, it's all business. Pegula, for her part, responded with equal warmth. Coco's incredible. I've seen her grow up on tour. Tomorrow I'll try to beat her, but I'll still be proud no matter what happens. Gauff's comeback philosophy. Gauff's rise isn't about luck. It's about evolution, legacy in motion. Every tournament writes a chapter in a player's story. For Coco, Wuhan 2025 is more than a semifinal victory. It's a resurrection. It's the moment where she reclaimed her identity not as a prodigy or a promise, but as a full-fledged champion. And as the world prepares for grand finale, one truth echoes through the tennis universe. Coco Gauff is here to stay. Epilogue, the spark that lights the future. The journey from prodigy to powerhouse is never easy, but every serve, every step, every tear has brought Gauff closer to her purpose. Not just to win matches, but to inspire millions who dare to dream. When she walks into the final against Jessica Pegula, she won't just be playing for a trophy. She'll be playing for every little girl who believes she can rise, fight, and shine. Because Coco Gauff isn't just chasing greatness. She's becoming it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.